Hi there. So, as it is Allergy Awareness Week, I want to talk to you about Mast Cell Activation Syndrome. Now, this is a condition that we might not have talked about 5 years and definitely not 10 years ago, because it's a condition that we're seeing more and more of, and it's becoming much bigger a problem than it ever has before. So what do I mean by mast cell activation syndrome? It's where we might not have been born with an allergy, but that we have developed histamine overload in our adult years. Now, how many of you are familiar with seeing one of these? It's an adrenaline pen, it's an EpiPen, and they save people's lives. This is actually my EpiPen because I developed mast cell activation syndrome 2 years ago. Now, thankfully, because I was able to understand what it was, I've been able to get on top of it very easily. And bar one use of these in a paramedic, I have, touch wood, never had to use one since. So for me, mast cell activation syndrome began in my gut. I was oblivious to the fact that I had got an imbalance in my gut microbiome, probably caused by antibiotics as a child, coupled with stress of modern day living. Then I got an overload of allergic symptoms, which was a combination of pollen, because it happened in the summer, cut flowers that I was trapped in a car with, eating foods rich in histamine, such as avocados, spinach, fermented food and food left over from the day before. This was the perfect storm for an anaphylactic reaction, having never had one before in my life. Now that was life-threatening, and thankfully the paramedics were able to save my life. But the answer was my gut altered my ability to break down histamine. It's an enzyme called diamine oxidase. And when the gut is out of balance, we produce less DAO, which causes an insurgence of histamine. And this is a problem of modern day living. So if you've been experiencing allergic type symptoms, maybe not full-blown anaphylaxis, thankfully, but symptoms of congestion, headaches, pounding within the head, sinusitis, and then sort of maybe alterations in gut symptoms, maybe even mood changes, then you need to be thinking about what's going on in your gut microbiome. Here at Embracing Nutrition, we can dig down deep and find the cause. And thankfully for me, I have never been in the situation of an anaphylaxis again. I do still carry my EpiPen because I'm advised to, and because it happened to me once, I can't rule out it won't happen again. But I'm pretty confident, because of all the gut work I've done, that I am going to be okay. So we need to raise awareness of mast cell activation syndrome. We need to be more on the prevention. So if this has affected you or your family, contact us here at Embracing Nutrition and we can make a difference.